Hey everyone, Kane from VividChim here, and with the PS5 event now behind us, I wanted to take a look back and pick out the 5 most interesting titles that the showcase had to offer. It's actually 6 titles, because I had 6 that I wanted to talk about, but don't worry about it. 5 just looks better for the algorithm gods. Titles will be in no particular order, but are all based on my opinion on what we saw. Leave a like if you want, and let's jump right in. Number 6. One of the more interesting games showcased at the event was the third-person roguelike Returnal. Set on a hostile planet, Returnal has players experience the struggles of a currently unnamed pilot who crashes and has to survive in a new environment. From the little gameplay shots that we saw, Returnal sets to take advantage of the developer House Marquee's previous game, Resogun, with some very familiar bullet hell / shoot-'em-up inspired action. The game also seems to have some horror vibes, along with what could make for a challenging experience, making Returnal a promising game that I will definitely be checking out. Number 5. Spider-Man PS4 stands as my all-around favourite game on the console. The story, the characters, the combat and movement all make for a brilliant experience and one of the most fun and engaging video games that I've ever played. So when Sony's PS5 event stopped talking about the decade-old GTA 5, and started the teaser for the new Spider-Man standalone experience, starring fan-favourite character Miles Morales, I was excited. You heard me right, by the way, standalone. Despite the confusion caused by the trailer and an interview with The Telegraph, Insomniac have confirmed that the game isn't an expansion to the PS4 game, though its own game. The trailer didn't show much but hinted at Miles having a variety of different powers based on his comic book origins, and while we hope this isn't Miles being relegated to a side game, Insomniac have more than earned my trust with the last installment of the series, so I know they will do right by Miles. Number 4. Tango Gameworks' action horror game takes our 4th spot with its interesting supernatural themes really winning me over during the PS5 event. The gameplay trailer provided a good look at the combat and fights you might engage in, while also letting us look at all the crazy Japanese horror-inspired enemies that litter the city streets of Tokyo. Shinji Mikami's mind for horror themes clearly has yet to falter, with the intriguing and exciting themes of Ghostwire continuing to impress with every passing showcase that it has. Number 3. When I was a child, one of my favourite games to play was Ratchet & Clank. I was bumbling my way through that game, not really knowing what I was doing, but loving it all the same. I've only recently reignited my love for Sony's PlayStation systems after getting a PS4, and whilst watching the PS5 event, I was hit by a wave of nostalgia as we saw the wonderful and extensive look at Rift Apart, flexing the power of the PS5's SSD by loading entire scenarios in a blink of an eye. I was blown away by Rift Apart showcase, and it brought me back to the wonder I had as a kid playing these games for the first time. I'm waiting to hear when I can dive in a bit deeper though. Number 2. Come on, if you've watched my How Bad Can It Be franchise lately, and if you haven't you definitely should, you knew this had to be in this video. That's right, from the love of my childhood to a much more recent found love, we have the Van Helsing inspired Resident Evil 8, or as it's known, Village. Following 7 and set a few years later, Village lets you take control of Ethan again as you explore this creepy village and its surrounding areas. Being first person like the last game, Resident Evil 8 seems to be much more supernatural in style, with werewolves and witches being the new enemies for me to gun down with a shotgun, and I'm here for that. Naturally, I'll be playing it for the channel, and I can tell I'm gonna have a lot of fun with RE8. It looks like it's gonna be the perfect blend of spooky and the dumb Resident Evil camp, and I'm 100% in. Number 1. My time with a PlayStation 4 has mostly been about me experiencing some of the titles that I have sadly missed over my years away from Sony, and none came at a higher recommendation than Horizon Zero Dawn, and my god am I glad that I took those recommendations. I beat Horizon Zero Dawn and its DLC within 2 days, as I was completely captivated by its incredible lore, gameplay, and of course the protagonist Aloy. I couldn't put it down. So when I saw the absolutely breathtaking trailer for Forbidden West show up on my screen whilst watching this PS5 event, needless to say, I was hyped. This reveal was absolutely stunning, teasing some of the new features for Aloy's journey west, such as underwater exploration, as well as some of the new enemies for her to tackle and face. While we didn't actually get to see any gameplay, sadly, I cannot wait to get my hands on this game and snipe some robots from the bushes like the badass hunter I wish I was. Those are just my opinions, of course. What are your top 5 or 6 games that you're looking forward to playing on the PS5? Let me know in the comment section down below. For more VividChim content, press the subscribe button and the bell to be notified as soon as a video releases. I've been Kane from VividChim, and I'll see you all soon.